Hello and welcome back to the channel. We happen to be sitting outside the cinema about to go to see 28 Years Later, and rather than play inflated cinema shop prices, well, Darren's got himself a whole tub of that. I got myself these. They're little like bonbon things. I've eaten about half of them, I think.
Oh, just freezer blocking bag. You can take them in freezer block.
So, do you want to see what they look like? The ice cream inside. It's meant to be a review. So we're going to see 28 Years Later. We watched, oh by the way, this you can see on my face, sun. We don't get very much of that here. It is currently 24 degrees, which is the heady heights for us. So we're going to see, I've already said that. We watched the last couple a couple of nights ago. I enjoyed them both. I would rate them about the same, to be honest. I think the story is stronger in one. I think the zombie effects and gore and stuff is better in two. So they're sort of like even Stevens for me. What do you like? Prefer one over the other?
Yeah, I think I might maybe prefer 2 to 1. But it just needed a bit more story to it, the second one. It was all a bit too much around that annoying brat of a kid.
So we shall as ever let you know our thoughts when we come out. All I've heard is it's decent, it's good, but a few people have said the ending, they're not happy with the ending. I know nothing, so we'll see. We'll let you know what we think of the ending when we come out. Obviously spoiler free. So yeah, we shall check in with you later.
Be interested to see what it shows at Bradford.
Bradford?
The film at Richard Dunn Centre, where you queued up to get that.
Do you remember the swine flu people, or was it bird flu? Swine flu.
Swine.
I got that. I had to go and get. Why was I having an injection?
Special medication you can only get from certain
Alright,
points.
so I had to go to the place, one of the places this has been filmed tonight, the big centre. I had to go there and get my swine flu medication. There you go. Claim to fame and all that. Right, we shall let you know what we think when we come out.
Zombified.
Here we are, ready to watch 28 Years Later on a very hot, sunny Friday evening. Don't know if you can say that, but we've got the screen to ourselves at the minute. We're about 10 minutes early.
I'm sat in the middle seat as well.
Good for you. We'll let you know what we think after. Right, we're out, and as usual I apologise for this mess of lipstick not meeting in the middle. That's the fault of snacking through the film. Right, just finished, just out. Andrea fell asleep. I'm so tired, really sore back. Right, I'm not going to give any plot points, what happens. We just know there's 28 years after the initial outbreak, and there's a little island, I won't say where it is, that survivors are on, and they seem to periodically go to the mainland to kill zombies. No, they're not zombies, to kill infected. And there is a married couple played by Aaron Taylor-Johnson, is it? And Jodie Comer. I was really pleased to see her. I didn't know she was in it. And their kid, and I don't know what his name is. I thought it was the worst of the three. I don't think it was as gory as people are saying it is. There was one trick they did a few times, which was quite interesting. I was like, oh right, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
but
that was just a Predator trick anyway.
Right, was that in Predator? I found it quite dull, I have to admit.
Disappointing. And there's no flow from the first two at all.
I was thinking the only time my interest peaked, twice my interest peaked. Once was, what's that?
Is that when your interest peaked?
When? On what? What's that? Oh, your man with a bit. There was amongst the no, it wasn't that. Amongst the infected, they have alphas. The infected are all nude the whole way through, but because they're like covered in dirt and everything, you can't really see anything. But there's an alpha one, giving chase at one stage.
Baby's arm holding an apple.
Yeah, so right, well, we don't need actions. Jesus Christ. When Ralph Fiennes came into it, I found his character interesting.
Yeah.
I liked him. I would have liked to have seen more of him. That was interesting. I found the young boy immensely irritating.
Yep.
Anything he could do to fuck everything up, he did it. He was just really annoying to me. I found Aaron Taylor-Johnson's character had absolutely no charisma whatsoever, and I usually like him. Jodie Comer was very good with what she was given, which wasn't enough as far as I'm concerned. I feel that the plot point with regards to her wasn't deep enough, it was just too simple, it was too easily capped off, and I didn't like it. I didn't find the infected particularly frightening in this. I don't know why. I feel in 2, which we watched a couple of nights ago, like when Robert Carlyle is,
Just
freaking
like
out. That was proper scary. But they aren't. I wasn't frightened. I was only like I said, vague interest when Ralph Fiennes came on. I liked him, but by then I was so tired. And right at the end, everybody's saying the ending is just ridiculously stupid and it's silly. The ending actually interested me because obviously it's given some sort of where we're going with the next film. So I'm like almost completely disagreeing with everybody I know so far that's seen it. I didn't really enjoy it. I found the ending quite interesting, and Ralph Fiennes to me was, what's her face? Jodie Comer was very good. Her Newcastle accent was fabulous. Well, I think it was. If I'm wrong, you can tell me if you're from that part of the world. That woman can do any accent as far as I'm concerned, but no, I wouldn't watch it again at all, put it that way. It's maybe a bit unfair. Maybe the other 2 are just significantly better films. This is obviously the first of a trilogy, and I'm not holding out an awful lot of hope for what comes next. You shouldn't be able to do a movie about zombies that run that fast and not make a person feel frightened at any stage. It shouldn't be possible, but that's exactly how I felt. I was wondering when it was going to be over so I could go home, to be honest with you. But if I had to score that out of 5, the other 2 I gave a 3.5 out of 5. I would give that one, I'll be fair and say a 3, because when I think of some of the things I score a 2.5, it was high budget, it looked good, it sounded good, the makeup was good, the effects were good, the acting was fine, the storyline was just really, really boring. So I'm giving it a 3 because I think it's unfair to score it really, really low because of one aspect. I know the story's bloody important, but yeah, I'll come in at a 3 for that, but I hover between a 2.5 and a 3. What about you?
Disappointing. It was like a really bad episode of The Walking Dead later seasons.
It's like a really boring, yeah.
Oh yeah, we've got a wooden fence.
And there
Not
wasn't
zombies.
enough.
It was just like angry caveman on crystal
Yeah,
meth
it
running
was
around.
like an angry caveman. That's exactly what it was like.
Highlight of the thing was how big's his cock flapping about.
Well, maybe it was a highlight for you, but
No,
I can't say I gave it any thought.
That just broke the boredom of the first half hour. Was absolute garbage. It's like, how is this supposed to follow on from the first 2?
You see, that didn't matter so much to me because
it's a 28.
Yeah, but 28. What's the second one didn't really follow on from
Well,
the first
did.
one either. Well, the characters didn't.
No, but the type of film did.
Well,
it
28
was similar,
years later.
and the Infected did as well. They were the same, but these, I know it's
Infected
28
do appear
years and
different,
possibly, I
evolved.
won't give any spoilers, but evolved. But it's still, if they changed the title, nobody would have thought that was a follow-on from the other 2. They wouldn't have put it together. Just thought it's a new film and it's crap.
Did you see it in The Infected, like vomit blood over anyone at any stage?
No, they just kept on vomiting it, but...
Oh, I never
No.
even noticed them do it, to be honest, and that's one of the main things. And their eyes were different as well, which it was just disappointing for me.
Yeah.
Really disappointing. Isaac will probably be quite glad he didn't go see it. We were going to go see it last night and he just didn't want to, so he saved himself a couple of hours of... But it takes a lot for me to almost sleep in the cinema. I was struggling to keep awake. Granted, I'm tired, But if I put on something that I was really invested in, it would have brought me around a bit. But no, I didn't.
There was a point about 40 minutes in, and it was like, can this get any worse?
It wasn't quite that bad.
Like, bloody, the parts of that film was just like, what is going on? And I didn't like the soundtrack.
No, nor did I. Well, I liked the boots.
I didn't like those bits of arty
Yeah, what was that all about?
shots they kept on putting
Yeah,
in, where
the-
things kept on being.
Yeah,
I was
don't
like,
that
why are
either.
you doing that? That was not part of 28 Day. There was
We're
just nothing
simple
to
folks. We don't want any arty-fartiness.
No, it just, well, when people see it, they'll see it and they'll think, oh. And then the ending, which was funny, but absolutely ridiculous.
I liked it. I'm not going to say it interested me.
Yeah.
Because I was so bored at that point. If I had have got more of Ralph Fiennes' story and what he was doing, why he was there, he's a very enigmatic sort of actor.
Oh, I didn't mean that part. I mean the
No,
ending.
I'm talking about the
yeah.
two bits. But him and the ending are the two things where I thought, oh, what's going to happen here? But yeah, I'll be interested to see where they carry that on.
But if you didn't know what it was and the only part of the film you saw was the end scene, and someone said to you, right, what is this film carrying on? It's a very famous.
Yeah, you wouldn't have.
You'd be like, I have no idea.
Mm.
The Fast Show.
Yeah, so nah, not overly impressed, either of us. So let's know what you thought. If you've seen it, no spoilers. Obviously,
No.
if you want to write a spoiler, write the word spoilers at the top, give a couple of lines. But nah. Or are you going to be going to see it? I'm just hoping that the other ones, that was one of my top anticipated films this year. At the minute, the one I'm really looking forward to is Weapons. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens with that.
Bradford must be in one of the other two parts.
Right, yeah, we mentioned earlier that filming was done in Bradford, so it must be one of the next two because there was nothing of Bradford in that. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you next time. Over and out. From Lisa Lips.